everyone. Can you see me? Can you hear me? If you can see me, you can hear me. Let me know in the comment section. Tell me you are here. Yes, welcome to this week's episode of Glow into the Week. And I have something interesting, something packed for you. And today, honestly, you're not going to go back the same. Yes, you're not going to go back the same. Yeah, you're going to leave this episode asking yourself, where have I been? What have I been doing with myself? So please let me know if you can hear me and you can see me and you can hear me properly. Please let me know. I cannot. Yes, 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 yes. Benny, thank you for joining me today. And thank you for confirming you can see me, you can hear me. Guys, I'm sure you're looking at me and say, you're wondering where is she, right? Yes. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about something quite interesting, something quite fascinating. We're going to be talking about a topic that, some of us don't really want to address. You know something, but you don't want to talk about it because you're afraid of what is going to reveal to you. Hmm. So, are we ready for today's episode? Are we ready? If you're ready, say, Yes, I am. Say, Yes, I am. So, our topic today is, what do you want badly enough? I'm Dr. Chimsom Ogu, your skin and confidence doctor. I help you glow truly from inside out. So, I want to ask you, what is that burning desire? That thing that makes you stay awake at night? That thing that makes you ah, think and keeps you restless? What is that burning desire that you have? And ask yourself one question. Do you really, really want that thing badly enough? So let me know what your burning desire is in the comment section and we'll take it from there. So what is that thing that makes you go, if only I can get it? Is it money? Yeah, how much money? Is it fame? What is it? Now, um, my teaching today is going to be coming from a book I've been reading, which is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. In fact, I've just started the book, and when I just started it, I was like, hey, why didn't I read this book since? And I asked myself, you've had this book for some time, so why haven't you even opened it? And the insights I've gotten, I've realized that me, I've not started. You know, the bigger thing for me was the question, the personal reflection I started having after reading the first few chapters. The truth is that maybe that some of the things that I have not achieved are not because I'm not capable. Yes, I believe I can do those things, right? I am motivated. The truth is that I came to a point where I realized that maybe I've not developed the sufficient desire and the commitment that desire requires for me to achieve all the big things I have in my brain to achieve. It's not that I don't have the talent to do so. It's not that I don't have the knowledge. Yes, I have the ideas. So many ideas coming to my head every day. At some times I'm motivated. Yeah, all of us have those times when we are motivated and when we are not. Sometimes I'm excited, I have an idea, and I'm like, let's run with it, let's go and do this thing. But what happens when that spark goes? When, you're motivated for one week, for 1 month, you start that thing, you start to run, but after a while, it just dies, it just drops. Now, that question has stayed with me. And I've been asking myself, these things that I want to achieve in my life, do I have enough drive, enough desire to achieve them? The truth is that when you wanting something, for example, wanting to be a billionaire, a millionaire, or make more money, is not the same as desiring it. When I had this realm, I was like, "So you're not getting this thing like the way you think you were getting it." Yeah, there's a difference between saying I would like to be successful and actually saying I have decided this is what I'm going to pursue, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes and organize my life around whatever it is to achieve it. And I do not have any escape plan. you know, the truth is that a wish is a comfortable place to be. I wish I'm rich. I wish I can buy that car. I wish I can go to that school. But a definite desire It's not just saying, it's actually moving. So when you really want something, the truth is that you become more willing to learn. It keeps you awake at night. You're always thinking about it. You're willing to adjust, to make sacrifices, and to persist and keep trying and trying and trying until you get to that place you want to be. So ask yourself, what do I really want? Yeah. I've been asking myself that question for a few days. And I'm asking myself, what do I really want? And I came to learn that if you want something, you have to be specific. You cannot just say, I want more money. I want to make billionaire. That's vague. That means, okay, so if I give you more money, can be I gave you extra $1,000. More money for another person can be $1 billion. So what exactly do you want? So when your want is vague, it doesn't create that desire to go and pursue that thing. So if you say if you want to be more specific, say okay, for example, I want to start earning $100,000 a month by the end of by December this year, and I'm going to do this, through consistently doing this, doing that. So what you need to do is align. You can see the blueprint. You may not know whether it's going to go well or how it's going to go, but you know that this is it's 100,000 I want, and then by December that's what I'm going to get. You understand? You can't just say, "Oh, I want to be healthier. I want to lose weight." What is it? Your outcome that for you to create that desire that you need to achieve what you want to achieve, you have to be able to measure what you want to get because it gives your mind something concrete to organize around and push you. Don't just say, "I want to lose weight." Okay, you want to lose weight. How many kg? By what time? So it has to be specific. Write that number down, write a date, write what you happen when you get that thing you want. And then write what you're willing to sacrifice. It's not just by saying it. Every good thing you achieve comes with a kind of sacrifice. You're either going to be more disciplined, you're either going to give up something, time, time with family, time with friends. Something has to give. You have to find that thing and point it out. The truth is that you cannot build a focused plan around a vague desire. You're not going to move. In the next year, you're still going to be where you are now. You won't have moved to the next stage. So in this book, it was talking about there were a lot of stories. There was a story of Edwin Burns. He had a desire to work for all of us know Thomas Edison that invented the light bulb. So his desire was to to partner with Thomas Edison. He had nothing, he didn't know him, he didn't know anybody that knew him. He just got up, got to a train and got to his office and tried to meet him and said he wanted to partner with him. And they looked at him like, who is this person? Don't have money, don't have anything. What? But he didn't have an escape plan. He had a desire that was so ached in his mind that he didn't have an alternative. Some of us we say, "Oh, I want a fallback plan." Yes, it's good to have a fallback plan, but sometimes that fallback plan maybe the distraction that is making you not achieve what you need to achieve. Yes, yeah, we want extra sources of income. We are doing 100 things at the same time. But what if you focus that energy in one thing that drives you crazy, one thing that moves you, that makes you want to be more? Instead of spreading that energy around, that desire pushes one thing. Ask yourself, do you know where that one thing will be? Yeah, I know it's a hard place. Not everybody will agree with me. You understand? But yes, I understand we want the hustle. But one thing I've come to realize is that one thing creates space for more. So when you focus on one thing, you grow it. Then from there, you have the resources to do other things. So when you've created a system for one thing, you move to the other. I used to find this hard to swallow because I'm one of those people that believes I can do all things. But with time, I've realized that when your focus is divided, what you can achieve is also divided. So the truth is that Mr. Barnes did not just admire Edison from a distance. He took a step because his desire was so specific. He got up, entered the train, and went to go and find him. And he didn't see impossibility as an option. So the lesson is not that desire will magically produce success. But however, if you have a definite desire, it can change how you respond to obstacles that come your way. your mind will say, oh, I can't do this because I'm this, because I'm that. But when the desire is strong enough and stronger than those obstacles that you've created by yourself, you actually take a step and move. So when your goal is clear, you're not afraid of being rejected. It just becomes information that makes you better, that gives you an idea of other strategies to get to where you want to go. So rejection does not mean the end. So what happened to Barnes? He went there and they said, okay, start to clean, start to do minor chores. And he started doing them. At that point, there was no way he was ever going to be a partner. But all of a sudden, there was a product that Edison made, and everybody in the office felt like they couldn't sell that thing. And Barnes saw his opportunity and said, oh, I will sell this thing. And he sold that thing that seemed unsellable and was one of their greatest products sold. And very soon he became Edison's partner. So he wasn't afraid of starting small. He wasn't saying, oh, I'm too big to be your cleaner. You understand? But his goal was to be partner. And from the first day he got there, he was focused on that thing. And he knew exactly what he wanted. So he moved and he got it. So the truth is that when there's no other option, there's a level of commitment that you get when you know it's either I die or I die. You know that mentality where this thing I'm doing is either I die or I die. I'll give you an example. Um, one of the I've been my medical exam, I was writing them, and I failed them a couple of times. But the last time I went for the exam that I actually passed, I had the mentality of either I die or I die. I'm not coming back here without passing. There's no option of resitting this exam. So sometimes for you to achieve what you need to achieve, you have to change your mind and say, either we die or we die. There's no other option. There's no turning left or right. And then once you have that mentality, you stop asking the question, can I do this thing? You start asking, how will I do it? You get the impossible is hey, God of mercy. The impossible is nothing kind of mentality. The plan that you have for yourself in that particular endeavor that you're trying to, pursue, it may change, the timeline may change, the method may change, but because you are committed and you have that desire to get to the destination, it remains. And you keep finding ways to maneuver the obstacles that come. You become willing to learn another skill, to make another call, even when they say no. I keep telling people one of my mottos is impossible is nothing. No is just the next step to your next years. So for you to achieve what you have to achieve, you have to do it and be willing to fail and fail and fail and fail and fail and get up. You're willing to try another approach. You're willing to take disappointment as another step to success and not shrink because somebody said no. So now in the book, it talks about the 6-step desire exercise, what you can do to get from just wanting something to creating that desire that pushes you to achieve all you were meant to achieve. The first thing is decide the exact outcome you want. For example, you want to be a social media person and you say, okay, I want to have 1 million followers by December this year. That's an exact outcome. You can see the end. There's a specific number. Or you say, okay, I want to start earning let's say 100,000 naira every month by December 2026. That is an amount. That is an exact outcome of what you want to do. Then you ask yourself, the second thing is decide you will give in return to get that. Will you give your time? Yes. Will you go and learn a skill? Yes, that's giving your time. We do have to go and work for somebody for free so that you can learn what you need to do to get that thing. We do have to, give up hanging out with your friends as often as you used to do, or some habits you have, get money from one place to the other, stop something. So what are you willing to give in return to get that thing that you want? Then, like I said, the third thing is to have a definite date of when you want to achieve that thing. Number 4 is create a plan and begin. Now, the plan doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to start. And then as you start to modify it as you go. Now, get a piece of paper and write a clear statement containing that goal, the date you want to achieve it, and the value that you will gain when you do or give. And then finally, your plan. Now, put it under your pillow and read it as regularly as you can. And when you're reading it, connect with it emotionally, connect with the future that you are building, that you're working towards. And the truth that is not magic. All it does is to give you some kind of clarity of what you want, of your intention, helps you to focus and also helps you to take action. And before you know it, you see yourself running. That's just the truth. You just see yourself, running and being the best that you can be. So if you're getting value, please give me some fire emojis in the comment sections. I'm not talking to myself. Mr. David, I see you. Favor, I see you. Thank you for joining me today. So let's get it on. Let's continue, right? So have you got a pen and paper? Have you done these exercises? I'll share it on my status if you're following me so that you can, be able to do it at your own time. So the first thing I said, decide the exact amount and outcome you want, decide what you will give in return, establish a definite date, create a definite plan, create a clear statement, read it regularly, and connect with it. Act like it has already happened. Like I said, it just gives you clarity, makes you know your intention, and helps you to focus on the goal so that the desire is born. So the truth is that your desire must become action. A goal on paper does not change your life by itself. Ask yourself, what skill must I learn to get that life that I want? What habit must I build? What habit must I drop? Who must I become? You have to live who you want to be. That's who you want to see, right? Sorry, give me a few minutes. Who must I become? Who do I need to speak to? What must I stop doing? What must I start doing? Now, your desire tells you where you need to go. Your plan tells you how you need to get there. And then discipline keeps you moving when the excitement disappears. Truth is, if you don't have discipline, you don't create structure, nothing is moving, nothing is changing, absolutely nothing. So for myself, the lesson I've learned about motivation is that I've experienced those bursts of motivation, where everything feels possible. I say, I'm going to conquer. I'm going to do this thing. I'm not going to fail. I'm going to be consistent. I get excited. I have the gift of pushing other people. And I tell myself, this is it. This is that thing I've been looking for. Then after some time, the spark fades. The truth is that I myself have started things, I've stopped, I have started again, and sometimes I've left a lot of things unfinished. But I've realized something that is important. Motivation may start your journey, but it cannot be the engine that carries you all the way. As simple as that. And what's that engine? A burning desire to get to the end, irrespective of any obstacle that you have. So to do this, you need structure, you need discipline, you need consistency. Consistency is coming up over and over again. And you need a strong desire enough to remind you why whatever you think you are doing matters, why who is going to affect, what is the final outcome of what you want. So it's as simple as this: desire plus structure plus consistency is going to get you to where you want to be. Desire gives you a reason to get up every day, a reason to stay awake when others are sleeping, a reason to get up early, to continue that day. So if you're at that space where you're still struggling to do the things you need to do, then your desire is not designed enough. Whatever you're pursuing is not yet what you truly want to do, because it's not enough to push you. Or you don't want that. So you say you want the success, you wish for it, but you're not yet there, and you're not yet getting it. So the truth is that desire gives you a reason. Then clarity tells you exactly what you are pursuing. So that's why we're writing those things down and giving them timelines, giving them when we're going, dates and what exactly we want. And that's also why we have a plan, because the plan will give you direction on where you need to go and what you need to do. And then structure makes showing up easier. You not see this Sunday thing. Honestly, sometimes it's not easy for me to show up. Sometimes I don't even feel like it. Sometimes I'm like, okay, what am I going to talk about today? And my head is just blank. But I just know that Sunday 8:30 I have to show up, and I've created a structure to make it easy for me to show up, irrespective of where I am. Like, I'm not in my normal space, but I found a way to show up, even though it's not where I am right now. Is the time is 3 o'clock, but I'm here. Yes, showing up. So another thing that we need is consistency. When you're consistent, it creates mastery. For example, this show, if you see the old ones I've done, I wasn't as, it wasn't the way it is today. And I know that the more I do it, the better it gets. You understand? I start to learn tricks and tips that I need to make the videos better, make things work better. And then mastery builds confidence. Oh God, the confidence we're talking about. Truth is that when you have desire and it pushes you to do the things you do and you become successful and you become a master, or more, when you show up, people know that you have arrived. And you don't have any fear. You just move like, oh, I own the room. You understand? Confidence finally gives you courage to operate at a higher level. Now, over time, that can lead to excellence, impact, and wealth. The truth is that you become confident not only by thinking of confident thoughts, but by repeatedly proving to yourself that you can trust yourself, and then you keep the promises that you make to yourself. So success can build confidence, yes. Money does not determine your worth, but achievements can affect your confidence because achievements create evidence that you can do something and that you can be the best at it. So you set a goal and you keep the promise. You learn a skill, you become competent. You build something and see it work. You solve a problem and someone values that solution. Your mind begins to receive evidence that tells you that I can learn, I can finish, I can show up, I can create value, I can trust myself. So even in the book, there was a story about Blair Hill, who is the son of the person that wrote the book of Napoleon Hill. He was born deaf, but his father refused, to allow hearing, not being able to hear, to be a limitation when he was a child. So his mind was built, and he was told that even though he couldn't hear, it didn't make him different. So it's an example of the fact that if you believe and you have enough desire and determination, despite even when you have apparent limitations, you can actually overcome because with time he began to hear, and somehow as time went, something was discovered that helped him even hear better. And then his desire was now to help other deaf people hear. And he started a mission where he was helping deaf people hear. See, now he had a physical limitation, but he didn't allow it to limit him. So always ask yourself, what is possible? What is there? So what is possible? What is sorry for the interruption. So can you still hear me, please? If you can hear me, please let me know. Um I don't know if you can still hear me. So ask yourself what is possible, what can I learn, what help can I seek, what can I build with what I have? What is that desire that is pushing me? Desire is just faith, is just simply desire with purpose. So the Bible says in Hebrews that it reminds us that faith involves hope for what is yet visible. So desire is something that is not visible, but that is pushing you enough to do what you need to do. And even the Bible reminds us that faith without works is dead. So you can't say that you have desire and you sit down and keep procrastinating. Or you can't say that you want to do something and that thing that you need to do to achieve what you want to achieve, you keep giving yourself like excuses why you shouldn't do it. So the truth is that as much as we say, oh, as Christians, have faith if you're a Christian, faith is not passive. Faith is belief that you can do something, irrespective of the obstacles that you see around you. Faith is having a plan, is defining what you want, is taking action and persisting irrespective of the obstacles, then praying and adjusting every time obstacles come, and then continuing even when you fail. The truth is that we cannot pursue excellence without um, achievement. We cannot pursue excellence without having the desire to do so. Now, for this week, I'll give you a worksheet sheet for your desire. Get a pen and paper and ask yourself, I should have been asking myself this all through this week. What do I really want? Why do I want it? What will I what will achieve its change in my life? Who will I become if I achieved it? Number five, what am I willing to give in exchange? Number six, what exact number of measurable outcomes will represent success to me? Then ask yourself, what date am I committing to achieving this particular thing? Now, finally, what is the first action I will take today, not tomorrow, not next tomorrow, to be able to achieve this thing I want to achieve by this date? Don't write it because it sounds impressive. Don't write it. Write what is true and real for you, not what is somebody else wants. Now, make your desire visible. I've been talking about vision boards. Create a vision board, but don't make it just beautiful. Put your specific goals in it. Put the number, put the date, put the skills you need to develop. Put images that represent the person that you want to become. Put the people you want to serve. Put reminders on why your goals, matter. Then connect the vision board to action. What can I do today that moves me a step closer? So, as a dermatologist and confidence advocate, I believe confidence is holistic. Caring for your skin is not about chasing perfection, it's about learning to care for yourself intentionally and feeling comfortable in your own skin. So, I join you. Yes, we want to be beautiful, we want to be this thing, want to glow. Don't just focus on your skin, build yourself from inside out. Now, for this week, I want you to choose one desire, write the exact outcome you want, choose the date, like I said. Put them on your calendar. Tell someone who will hold you accountable. Then show up, especially on the days when you don't feel motivated. That's the hardest part. You don't need to feel inspired every day. You need to remain connected to why you actually started. Now, the question I want to leave with you is this: what is the thing you want badly enough to stop merely wishing for it? What's that thing that you want that you just want to stop wishing? What would you pursue differently if you truly believed that it was possible for you to get? Now, what number will you write down? What date will you choose? What will you be willing to learn, to change in your life, to sacrifice, to build? Maybe the issue isn't that you are not capable. I doubt you're not capable. I know you are. Maybe it's time to get clear about what you want and also to decide that you are willing to become the person that is capable of getting what you want. Everything is possible. It's just for you to believe in your mind. Everything starts in the mind, like I always tell people. Now, one final word I'll give you is don't just wish for a different life. Define it, believe for it, work for it, prepare for it, pray over it, and persist through the difficult days. Your desire is not the finish line, it is the beginning of a decision. The plan can change, the strategy can change, the timeline can change, but you don't have to give up on that vision. Heal, grow, and become you. Thank you guys for joining me today. I'm Dr. Chimsom Ogu, your skin and confidence doctor. I hope you got value, hope you learned something. I will see you same time next week on another episode of Going to the Week. Bye bye and have a wonderful week. And say your affirmations. I have desire. I can do anything I set my mind to. I am motivated, consistent, and strong. Because if you're not strong, you can't do any of them. So have a wonderful weekend. See you next time. Bye bye.